There are women who walk with light steps, yet each of their footsteps lingers long in the memory. There are also women who do not need to speak loudly to be heard, because the calmness within them is enough to speak volumes. Zhao Lusi is both. In JORYA Spring 2026, she does not merely appear, she flows. She is the journey itself, about becoming, about growing, about continuing to move forward even when the direction is not yet clear. Zhao Lusi stands at a very human point in a woman's life. Not at the finish line, nor at the innocent beginning, but in the middle of the journey, a place where emotions collide, where hope and doubt engage in silent dialogue. That is where Spring 2026 takes its breath. And that is where Zhao Lusi brings the narrative to life with a sensitivity that is almost palpable. She does not stare at the camera as if challenging the world. Her gaze is soft, slightly reflective, as if holding an unfinished conversation with herself. There is an unpolished honesty. There is an unhidden vulnerability. In every expression, Zhao Lusi reminds us that strength does not always come in a hard form. Often it comes as the courage to remain open. The clothes that blend with her body do not try to control, but rather follow. The flowing silhouette harmonizes with her movements, like a journey that does not force direction. The bold cuts frame her body with a sense of security, a symbol of steadfastness born of experience, not demand. The softness of the material touches her skin with an emotional language, as if each fold holds memories of the steps she has taken, of the small choices that have shaped who she is today. Zhao Lusi interprets Spring 2026 in a very personal way. She does not play a character. She allows herself to be present as she is. In visual silence, she speaks of a never-ending journey, of a process of becoming that is not always beautiful, but always honest. Of unexpected moments that come without warning, then leave behind subtle yet profound traces. The color palette that surrounds her feels like emotions slowly unraveling. Bright tones hold the initial excitement, the feeling when someone steps forward with an open heart, full of curiosity. Soft colors bring the warmth of memories, like the morning light falling on your face without you realizing it. Meanwhile, deeper shades reflect emotional maturity, self-acceptance, and the calm that comes after going through many things. All of this lives in Zhao Lusi's presence, without the need for excessive narration. There is something very intimate in the way she fills the space. Her movements are unhurried, as if she is giving time permission to walk with her. She allows moments to be fully present, the wind touching her hair, the light shifting on her shoulders, the warm silence. That is where the sensation of Spring 2026 finds its pulse, in conscious presence, in the courage to feel every second. Zhao Lusi brings us to the understanding that a journey is not always about the distance traveled, but about what changes within. She shows that growing up does not mean losing softness, and being strong does not mean closing oneself off. In her every step, there is a balance between determination and sensitivity, two things that are often considered opposites, but in her, they reinforce each other. As a global brand ambassador, Zhao Lusi does not stand in front of the story, but walks within it. She illuminates her own path with a light that does not dazzle, a consistent, soft glow that endures even when the night feels long. She steps forward with quiet confidence toward what lies ahead, not because she has all the answers, but because she believes in the process. Spring 2026, through Zhao Lusi, speaks of small moments that are often overlooked,
of the pauses between steps,
of the unfamiliar feeling that slowly turns into a sense of belonging, of the courage to admit that it's okay not to know exactly where you're going. It is precisely in that uncertainty that the space for self-discovery opens wide. There is no demand for perfection in this narrative. Zhao Lusi presents herself in all her layers, with doubts that once lingered, with hopes that continue to grow. She allows imperfection to be part of beauty. The subtle wrinkles in the fabric, the movements that are not always symmetrical, the gaze that is not always certain. Everything feels real, alive, and close. The journey she represents is the journey of many women, about learning to listen to oneself amid the noise, about choosing to remain gentle in a world that often demands violence, about moving forward without having to run. Zhao Lusi becomes a mirror, that the process of becoming is never complete, and therein lies its beauty. Ultimately, JORYA Spring 2026 is not just about the clothes Zhao Lusi wears, but about the emotions she evokes. About the sensation of walking without a map, but with confidence in one's inner compass. About a journey that never ends, because every day we continue to become new versions of ourselves. And in the midst of that journey, Zhao Lusi stands calmly, letting her soft light guide her steps, one by one. A gentle reminder that being yourself is a long, beautiful process that is entirely worth celebrating. Perhaps life never asks us to arrive. It only asks us to keep walking, like Zhao Lusi, walking with quiet confidence, embracing gentleness as strength, and trusting that every process, no matter how small, is shaping who we are today. If you are in the middle of your own journey, remember, you are not late, you are not lost. You are becoming. Thank you for walking with us. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your journey stories in the comments section. See you in the next video.